starting. Oh, there it goes. Hello! So we are at Sallie's house in Atchison, Kansas. There's Trenton, ghost bait. And we're gonna do a tour of the house so that way you guys know what we're doing or where we're staying tonight. The story of Sallie's. So Sallie's was a house that's very bright. Sallie's was a house that was built over 100 years ago, and there's been 3 documented deaths here, but there's actually a story about Sallie, who they don't really know kind of who she is, but there's a lot of different theories and different stories. The most common story is that a mother brought Sallie to the house, and the person who lived in the house was a doctor, and he did an operation on Sallie, and she wasn't completely asleep at that point. So she ended up dying during the surgery, and the last thing that she remembers is all of the pain that this guy was causing her, and so that's why she usually attacks men who come into the house. The other story that I've read doing research is that this was back in the time where biracial couples weren't really a thing, and the doctor had an assistant, I guess you would say, who was a woman, and he ended up having a child with her who was Sallie, and Sallie just kind of stayed in the house and they kept her a secret. And then the same story of where she got sick and then he was going to operate and she ended up passing away in the house, and then the mother was so distraught that she ended up killing herself in the house as well, which those deaths actually wouldn't be documented because they were African American. So that's the story that I believe, but I mean, who knows. This house next door, how do I flip that? Actually has more documented deaths, it's so dark out already, than the Sallie house does, but that was also owned by the same owners. The other thing that people say is that, so there is an actual Sallie that they have documented in the town, but she actually had lived to be like 34 years old, and she had multiple miscarriages inside the house. So it could be that the demonic presence in the house was feeding off of all of these newborn souls, and that's kind of where they took on Sallie, because she was pretty much feeding it. So what else? Oh, the other story too is that at some point, and I don't really remember dates, times, and that stuff because it's been a while since I researched this, but there was a lady who rented the house, and she did satanic worshiping in the basement, and she did animal sacrifices down there. So we will go into the basement and kind of show you where that is. And I have, this is ghost bait, Trenton. And he's gonna follow me around because I am too afraid to go into a lot of these rooms by myself. So we're gonna start the tour. Right now we're on the back porch, so we're gonna walk into the kitchen, which is where they say the surgery happened. So that would have been in this room right here. The Pickmans was the family that lived here too that was the most documented as far as the hauntings go. And then at the refrigerator here, he said that he came here one night, opened it up to get a drink, turned around, and there was a little girl that was standing behind him. So that's another reason why Sallie is a thing. Down that door is the basement, but we're not going down there yet. No. There's Jordan, he's the leader. This is the dining room area. The last time, well, the first time they were here, the clock fell off the wall, which is on the wall like this. So when it's actually on there, it gets caught on that little lip there. So for it to have fallen off, it would have had to been lifted up. So he's putting batteries in there because that's what happened the last time, is he put batteries in there, the clock died, and then they pushed it off the wall. So then over here, oh, it's kind of dark. Where's the lights for this one? This is the living room. The last time that we were here in the living room, we did like a true and false type of thing where they could interact with, I'm so bad at the equipment, but that's all of this stuff. The Ovulus. So we had a lot of activity with that. One of my friends that I brought with me, when she was sleeping during the night, her shoes got untied. What else happened in here?
There was a music box playing the first night. The
first time that they were here, one of the girls was sitting on the couch and heard a music box playing. So, all of that fun stuff. This is the entryway, and that's actually the front door there. And this is the part that I am afraid of the most, because I've had dreams about this staircase, and there's usually something up there looking down at me. So you need to come with me because I'm afraid to go up here by myself. So we're gonna go up here. Oh man, I'm already scared. Ouch. Okay, so then this is the little hallway. The Pickmans said that when they were here, when Deborah was smudging the windows and the doors, he was actually pushed over to that side of the hallway by something.
This light doesn't work.
This light doesn't work? It worked last time.
Yeah.
So this is, this is Sally's room. This is without a doubt the room that we get the most activity in. Last time we were here, Jordan was sitting on the floor and we had the, what is it?
REM pod?
That thing, sitting in the middle of the floor, and it fell over. And I almost broke my ankle jumping, trying to get that thing to fall over, and it would not. This door opened by itself, and
that's neat.
That is. As you can see, like, it kind of gets stuck on the carpet down there, so that happened. And then at like 2 o'clock in the morning when we were sleeping, that same little machine went off because something was touching it. So lots of stuff happening in this room.
Are we going to either of these rooms?
There's a bathroom in there. And then this is a spare bedroom that we really haven't spent a lot of time in because they've said that nothing really happens in this room.
That was weird. This light
the
just
light
shut off. Yeah.
Well, great. And then this room is the master bedroom. The last time we were here, I was getting really weird feelings about the closet. So Trent's like, okay, I'll go in it. And as soon as he walked in there, the box said death. And he came running back out. But other than that, I don't think we've had anything really happen. That's the little closet that you can't really see.
Did you show him the basement?
No, not yet. That's where we're going to go now. Okay. And then...
This is where I'm supposed to sprain my ankle, right?
Yep.
What person's watching?
So this is the stairs to the basement. And this is the scariest room. And it smells so bad. Will someone go first? Because I'm scared to go first. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I guess the lights don't work anymore.
Okay. So this is the basement of the house. And earlier I mentioned how there was somebody who lived in the house that did satanic stuff. So this mark right here is where she actually did animal sacrifices and did spirit. Did you hear that?
That was my head hitting.
Okay. what was I
Animal
saying?
sacrifice.
Yeah, animal sacrifices there on the floor. The last time that I was standing on this, I got my shirt tugged on. And then when I was down here with one of my friends, the talkie box, what is that actually called? Ovulus?
Yep.
Said help and death, and I think they got Satan here. They got Sallie here on that box.
Yep.
So
The
Lots
first
of-
night we really got a lot of death threats.
Mhm.
More. The second night, all that disappeared.
Yeah.
And then this little hole in the wall, if you'll shine your light over here, is said to be kind of like a portal where maleficent spirits and things will come in and out. So
Oops.
there's that. That is the tour of the house.
Oh,
So
there's
if you
three
guys
people
have
watching.
questions or anything, let us know. We'll be here all night.
Oh boy.
Comments.
So goodbye.
Hit like.